Bourbon Street was recently terrorized. You could say terrorized, but Bourbon Street is regularly terrorized. Can we be open? Can we be honest here as a fam? Huh? Bourbon Street has seen worse days, I think. I don't mean to make light of the fact that people had died. RIP. Seriously, shout out. My heart goes out to the families of who were affected by this. Seriously, not funny. Not funny. But if we were to tally how many times Bourbon Street had seen bodily fluid, January 1st does not make one, is all I'm going to say about that.
The results were otherwise unremarkable.
Happy National Play God Day there, you little Wiseman. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to your favorite solo podcast, Unremarkable. Another Weekends with Dad. Very great. I mean, weren't you waiting on it, really? We put out a little monologue there for New Year's. Couldn't come up with nothing, you know. I mean, it's a holiday. We're trying to spend some time with the family on the holidays, huh? Can't you understand? Listen, some of you lead double lives. I just talked about how this is impossible to do. I mean, like for regular people, you got to have some real wherewithal. First of all, to cheat on you, to have a spouse and cheat on them, but to lead a double anyway. Leading a double life is just, I mean, you're a busy bee, huh, bud? You're doing big things. You imagine what kind of success you could bring yourself if you just applied that focus, you know. Abandon the second family is what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Play God a little bit with us, huh? Over here at Unremarkable. I'm your little guy, your little holy man. Your little drinking pal, Gonzo Gaspacho, on all the profiles, guys, on all the platforms. Do the hitting us up on unremarkable.pod. Comment on the stuff. Rate, review, subscribe the episodes. Give us a thumbs up. It costs you nothing. You don't even look at that playlist, honestly. On YouTube, nobody looks at their liked playlists on YouTube. I just realized I had one the other day. I rediscovered that I had one, and it costs you nothing. It's really, I mean, you know, give that a chance here, for crying out loud. If you got any drink recommendations, obviously, let us know. Let Dad know what poison you picked, and I will review it. I will review it here on the pod. Nice little shout out for you. Very cool stuff. Everybody loves that kind of stuff. I don't know. From a shout out from a podcast that is in fact unremarkable. Big day, guys. Play God Day. I mean, what a holiday. Most of you only aspire to this. Not a lot of people have the get up, you know, to play God. We all loved Sims, no? We all loved to play The Sims. I loved to play The Sims. I like making situations where we get to see the Grim Reaper come and you know, carry these loved ones to the said afterlife. I think it's neat. I think it's cool. I like being in charge of very you know, people of no consequence to anybody, really. And that's most people. And most people don't realize that they are of no consequence to other people. Most people have main character syndrome, is what they have. That's what I call it. Main character syndrome. Like somebody, you know, who hosts a solo podcast. We're just trying to get the word out there, kid, okay? This isn't the end game. I mean, I love doing it, don't get me wrong. Spending time with you, you know, is the highlight of the week, really. So long as, I mean, we haven't talked about your mom in a little while. Appreciate not bringing her up. Our drink of the week, by the way, is Wild Turkey 101. Delightful. Delightful. I love me a cheap but not god-awful whiskey. That's my steez, as the kids say. That's where I reside. Is it's not gonna put you in the hole during your pay period buying a bottle of Wild Turkey 101, but I'm also not asking for Macallan 12. I'm also not asking for Canadian Velvet. Is that it? Something like that. Horrible whiskey. The worst. Canadians can do pretty good. Pretty good. And Black Velvet? Is it Black Velvet? Yeah, there you go. There, horrible. Terrible. Shout out to Black Velvet. Very sorry that I'm bad-mouthing you. But, I mean, it goes Black Velvet, Night Train, Mogan David 2020. It's really, really bad. But that's okay. Sometimes you gotta listen. Black Velvet is something that you buy your kid so that they're not standing out in front of some shifty liquor store trying to get the very regular homeless man to buy them a bottle. You never know. The homeless man could definitely be undercover. Listen, we got soldiers basically going homeless. We'll get into that here in a little bit. Play God Day, guys. It's Play God Day. Michael J. Fox was awarded the Medal of Freedom. So fun. So fun. They're just giving away awards. But Joe Biden just hadn't watched a movie since he saw Back to the Future. Was all that was going on when you give Michael J. Fox the Medal of Freedom. This is America, guys. Where the Medal of Freedom, this is freedom in America, where you live in a shaking shell of a body. You are the pinnacle of American freedom. We are going to let you live with this disease, knowing we have researched it for decades. There is something that we could do about whatever palsy he's got. What is it that he's got? Parkinson's. Yeah. Michael J. Fox winning the award of freedom, the Medal of Freedom, is America in a nutshell. I firmly believe that Joe Biden just hadn't seen a movie since Back to the Future. Whichever one they ended on. Maybe we'll call it, I'll even play it even. I'll cut him some slack. Come on. Joe Biden, everybody, has not seen a movie since Back to the Future 3. I think they did 3 of them. The first one was the most fun. Did I say that all fucked up? First one was the most fun because you get to play out in this awkward situation where this child is time traveling and his mom wants to fuck him. Very fun. Very fun. Medal of Freedom. I mean, in a vibrating cocoon of a body, that is American freedom. You get to live through all of this terrible stuff. I wonder if they were to implicate, like, it's okay, and shout out Michael J. Fox. I love Michael J. Fox. I don't think badly of you, and I don't want to talk shit about you. But it makes me wonder if America were to go, okay, assisted suicide to anybody and everybody with parameters, okay, how quickly after getting Parkinson's, how bad would it get before you go, I'm done? Okay? How long before your family starts to play God? Imagine Parkinson's at a young age, okay? Bear with me here. Here, I'm painting a picture. Thanksgiving and or Christmas dinner, it's the same thing. Thanksgiving dinner fucks so hard, we'd have it for Christmas. I've said it before. Doesn't matter. It's still just as uncomfortable, just as surrounded by family, just as opinionated of a dinner as you're gonna get here in America. And they see this, maybe 26-year-old just struggling to cut. I mean, do you struggle to cut a steak when you have Parkinson's, or do you excel at it? Is it like one of those ones that they plug into the wall where, right through this gigantic brisket? Play God Day, everybody. Shout out Michael J. Fox yet again. I think some black velvet would calm his nerves. I think he could benefit from the black velvet. Michael J. Fox. Poor bastard, really. I mean, you could hardly tell because of his mannerisms with his typecast and whatnot. If you put out a typecast for Michael J. Fox, you say Michael J. Fox is the typecast, we can't afford and or don't want Michael J. Fox for reasons undisclosed. How jittery does that person have to be for them to be typecasted as Michael J. Oppenheimer Fox? Fox did Oppenheimer, I'm pretty sure, before they were bought by Disney. Doesn't matter. Listen, big week, guys. Seriously, we're coming into the year strong, very strong. All the American things have happened already. 9 days in. Terror attacks. I mean, come on. Terror attacks are, by the way, the term terror attacks are also about as American as you're going to get. Bourbon Street was recently terrorized. You could say terrorized. Bourbon Street was. But Bourbon Street is regularly terrorized. Can we be open? Can we be honest here as a fam? Huh? As a big old family, can we be honest? Bourbon Street has seen worse days, I think. I don't mean to make light of the fact that people had died. R.I.P. Seriously, shout out. My heart goes out to the families of who were affected by this. Seriously, not funny. Not funny. Okay? But if we were to tally how many times Bourbon Street had seen bodily fluid. January 1st does not make one. Is all I'm going to say about that. And that's all I'm going to say about that. What's this man's name? This guy, American born, Texas born, right? Texas native. Lived here his whole life, I'm pretty sure. Military, not as decorated as the Cybertruck Trump Hotel Las Vegas guy. Shout out my friends in Vegas. Hope you're all okay. Don't think any of them are staying at Trump Hotel. Not because I don't think you're an ally, but because I don't think you can afford it. Driver behind the New Year's Day attack in New Orleans acted alone. The FBI officially say today. Today not being the 9th. Listen, there's definitely... I learned from the Luigi Mangione story that I need a disclaimer that says there's going to be updates after we film this and before it's on YouTube and or Spotify Thursdays at 7 p.m. 14 people were killed and dozens were injured when an attacker in a pickup, barreled into crowds on Bourbon Street. Right. The driver was identified as, holy shit, am I even going to be able to read this? Shamsuddin Jabbar. Texas born, guys. I'm going to stop right here. This is an American. This is an American man, okay? Shamsuddin Jabbar. Loved you in Aladdin, by the way. I'm not going to make any race jokes. I'm sure if you hit the deck before a magic carpet hit you, though, you wouldn't have been smeared on the street. Jabbar posted several videos before his attack on an online platform proclaiming, quote, proclaiming his support for ISIS. End of quote. Said Chris Ria, Deputy Assistant Director of the FBI's Counterterrorism Division. Listen, I don't like here is that we're already, just because we know the guy's name and who he's claiming allegiance to here. I don't like that this is being called terrorism. Okay? Can we define terrorism real quick? I think that this is where we've gone too far with the name, with the term terrorism, okay? Luigi Mangione was tried as a terrorist. And I don't think that listen. Both of these guys, way different melanin levels. Sure. Different kind of names, just as long. Unhyphenated the first name, but when it's not a white man, it's terrorism, huh? And a lot can be said. Maybe a lot of people think that Italian is white. I disagree. In America, I disagree. I feel like we're using the term very loosely, huh? With terrorism, okay? This man has faith. This man has a faith, a godly faith. Okay? Is there anything wrong with that? I don't think so. Freedom of religion. That's a very American thing. This man was Texas born. Okay? They did find an ISIS flag apparently. And in the pickup truck there was an ISIS flag. Big flag, too. I'm pretty sure I saw the picture. Big flag. Big flag, big. Pick 'em up. Small truck. Truck, no, wave, big flag. Big flag. Plenty truck. Wave, big flag. Big flag, not waved by little truck. ISIS flag. Okay? And I'll be clear. I'll put it in layman's terms. He was an Army veteran from Texas. Okay, so this man, listen, this man was a decorated, maybe not decorated. He sure decorated his truck. Okay. But he wasn't a hero like the Cybertruck guy. Okay? He wasn't a Green Beret. What a cowardly way to go out as a Green Beret. You die inside of a Cybertruck. Sorry. And I'm sorry. This guy looks like my dad, just brown a little bit. Okay? This man could be anybody. This could be anyone. He was just playing God. According to preliminary information, Jabbar had a black ISIS flag. Okay. Affixed to the hitch of the Ford F-150 Lightning truck. Lightning, that's a good truck. That's a fast truck. Turn on a dime with that truck. I saw the videos. I didn't see any flag flying. Maybe I'll have to rewatch that video. I didn't see a flag coming off of it. I saw plenty of things coming off of it, not a flag. In an address to the nation, President Joe Biden said Jabbar posted videos to his social media, quote, indicating he was inspired by ISIS, expressing a desire to kill. Listen, the man, end of quote, by the way. The man was a man of faith. All right? And I think we're supposed to respect that in America. All right? The guy, listen, he had a buddy that did not shy away from being on TMZ and doing an interview, didn't care to mask his name or his face or hide any part of his identity. Really, they shot it. I think he let them bring their cameras to film him do their. What I'm saying is this man did not shy away from an interview. Crazy shit. Crazy. And yeah, he really was like, yeah, you know, we lost communication a little bit after college, and then, you know, we reconnected because Facebook. That's how people reconnect through And this is like a story that was written by somebody of my parents' age. They reconnected through Facebook. Bubba, it is 2025 now. They probably saw each other's TikTok stitches and were like, fuck, I know that guy. Given, you know, Shazam wasn't behind the wheel probably in his TikTok videos, but I digress. The ISIS flag was found in his vehicle, Biden said. Well, that didn't say what the last quote had said. Joe Biden, everybody. Citing information from the FBI, he added that no one should jump to conclusions about the investigation. Well, I mean, just on these quotes, I'm picking plot holes over here. Okay? Listen, how long before you start to see this kind of trend happening? I'm not one to talk about open borders. I'm not one to talk about closed borders. I'm not one to talk about immigration. I know nothing about any of it. Really, I don't. Although, you know, problems can be, I mean, talked about easily. Now, obviously, with a story like this, the man was fucking Texas-born, American-born. Okay? I'm not even going to try to remember the name unless I'm just reading it off the prompter over here. But in American politics, let's be real here. In American politics, when we fuck with so many other countries, and then we come to find that it's an American-born citizen, they were trained via our military. These kinds of things, these kinds of weird melting pot problems, huh? And then they find themselves supporting something that resembles closer to where they came from, their family came from, than where they were here. Listen, it's being military in America. I can't talk in experience, but I can talk from what I have seen so far. Not a lot of give and take from the American government, even to the soldiers, right? They kind of have it bad. I'll say it that way. They kind of don't have it so good, okay? And when you have ailments, when you're done serving, and you're not necessarily thanked for the job that you've done, America plays God with you, and then they will throw you away. This is a very American problem, a very talked about American political problem. What ISIS does, though, is it doesn't matter the ailments you have. It doesn't matter how long or short you have served. For ISIS, they go, I can make it stop for you. In America will go, listen, Sam, I've had spinal problems since I served. I kind of have shell shock. I think there's just a lot of broken things physically and mentally. I just need some assistance. I need some help. And they go, here's a double wide that we didn't pick out for you, had to find via your family. And ISIS goes, I can end it all for you if you want. We have an easy way out. And I'm not saying that I can see why it would go in this direction. I am saying, however, that, listen, some military forces play God better than others. We play the long game. America plays the long game. ISIS and them, they're playing small ball. Which small ball, listen, slow and steady wins the race. That's all I'm saying. And you should be worried. That's why you should be worried. I'm not here to talk about open or closed borders. I'm here to talk about small ball. You should be worried. You should be worried about the cabals and the what's the one now? What's the cell now? Because it was ISIS when I was in high school. And then now it's what that isn't it what that little fella's named? The little midget guy that you don't like that makes you uncomfortable? Hamas. No, well, yeah, Hamas, but that's not what I was thinking of. Listen, they go by many names, okay? It's the you know what I'm talking about, the little booster seat guy, Hezbollah. Yeah. You got Hamas, you got Hezbollah, you got America. You got plenty to worry about, okay? You got plenty to worry about. And they're playing God, and I think that we should all just sit down and play The Sims and play a game of God on our own. And that's as far as I'm going to go there. And that's as far as I'm going to go. I think what is the president supposed to do about terror attacks and mass shootings and all that? We say no. Bad. Cut it out. We condemn. There you go. We condemn any, religious hokey pokey. Wild Turkey, shout out. And we don't like it. So stop. Knock it off. Okay? We're starting 2025 off on the wrong foot. It's very American. It's very on brand. I haven't started my bingo card yet. I think maybe next week we'll start the actual. Give us some fucking time, please, to start our bingo card, for Christ's sake. I mean, shit, you've given us it's just they rushed us into the year. And it's like, can I please make my bingo card? I want to make my own bingo card here. And you're just not giving me a fighting chance. It's like fucking Michael J. Fox winning the Medal of Freedom. Well, I could have fucking ad-libbed that. That could be a Mad Lib. And you're not giving me any time. Just let me think for a second. I swear to God, I'll come up with a bingo card. I'll get close, dude. I'll get close on a lot of them. And we'll celebrate if I win. It'll be a big deal. Don't worry about it. Zachary Ty Bryan. The son from Home Improvement. Not the one you're thinking. Not that one. That one, the older one, not the cute little guy, the older one. Charged with domestic violence, apparently yet again. I mean, good times. Son of a bitch, that was him in Tokyo Drift, huh? She was just admiring my ride. Sick. Quote of that year, I'm pretty sure, in 06, 07. Yeah, hell yeah. This guy, this boy was on human growth hormone. Just his skull. Look at him. Just skinny little shoulders. That's how thin I want my neck to be, but not how fat I want my face to be. You know what I mean? Like, if I could reach a middle ground there, and this man's supposed to grow up to be Tim Allen? I don't think so. Tim Allen never caused this much damage. He got caught up with cocaine a little while ago, a long time ago, a little while ago. It's been a long time. Who's counting, huh? But the guy was just having fun, all right? Not like this knucklehead, Zachary Ty Bryan. What a name. That's I don't know what I mean, choose a religion. Who named this kid? Was it a Catholic? Was it a Christian? Was it an atheist? And he's got like scabs on his cheek on this mugshot. He looks like he's just really been put through the ringer. And I'm sure he blames all the women that he's hit in his in his past. This is not his first domestic violence charge. And in the headlines, they really took his side by saying he hit a woman. I'm pretty sure this was like a woman that belonged to him, as the older people would say. A woman that belonged to him, that entrusted this man, oof, with all of his early 90s TV money and Tokyo Drift. And Tokyo Drift. Can we see his accolades as well? For, just on the sidebar there. This man, listen. Imagine, and listen, domestic violence is not funny. Right? Can we all agree? Domestic violence, knock it off. Not funny, Dad. Stop. Not my dad. My dad was a pussy. No, I'm kidding. But domestic violence, not funny. However, and a lot of women probably face this in the early 90s, when you're getting put through round 3, rope-a-doped against the couch or whatever have you, and you're just getting your ass beat to the Home Improvement theme song. I don't think he like throws clean shots like that like Dad does, but really fucked up. What a loser. I mean, when you don't tell your friends that you got hit by this guy, it's not because you didn't want them to know that you were in an abusive relationship. It's that you didn't want them to know that you were letting yourself be hit by this guy. Fuck me. He's like, he's top heavy. Look at his skull. I'll put the picture up again. His skull is half of his body weight. The man has the jowls of a pit bull and the fucking shoulders of a IT startup company. What a loser. Yeah, not the cute one. The cute one, I'm sure, is doing really great. Maybe we could look into that brother next episode. He's doing really great. The one that almost died from cancer or whatever that was in the show. I don't want to die, Dad. You don't remember that one? Oh, man. He was like terminally ill almost, or they thought. And then he was basically misdiagnosed, and the doctors was like, he was fucking... We're coming up with nothing, just a misdiagnosed child of a upper middle class family, Uncle Friendo's got a CPAP machine. They make fun of him. And this handsome little fucker didn't make fun of him after that because he's like, man, I could have died too. Hell yeah. This man, yeah. He had multiple arrests. I'm pretty sure this is his third domestic violence arrest. Correct? I'm assuming so, at least. I mean, shit. You were like, I didn't get fucking even Santa Claus 2. This guy didn't ask me. Brian's arrest at Myrtle Beach at his fourth run-in with the law. I love running with the law, by the way. I feel like what website is this? The Boot. Can we ding them? His fourth run-in with the law. In the last 2 years. Shout out, Zachary. I'm not calling you Zach. That's what your friends call you. February 2024, he was arrested for suspected driving under the influence in California. This is what being a C-list celebrity gets you. Is when you're an A to B lister, they're like, "Fuck, I've heard of this guy. Nah, we're gonna, we'll give you a ticket or whatever." But when you're a C-lister, you come up as a suspected driving under the influence in California. 8 months later, he was arrested for his second DUI in Oklahoma. This man's a busy bee. Okay? Good Lord. Man's a busy bee. Prior to that, the television actor, yeah, and that's where that ends. You can call people TV stars. You can call people TV actors. This man stopped being on TV in fucking what? I mean, '04, if that. All reruns after that. Prior to that, the television actor was arrested in July 2023 for alleged domestic violence. See, this is what C-list celebrity. I'm telling you. If you ever want to be able to kind of get away with shit, sitcoms in Oregon. Well, a lot of domestic violence happens in Oregon. That's just what happens when you live in Oregon. It's a depressing place to be. Either you cut yourself or you hit your spouse is what you get when you're in Oregon. He was charged with felony assault. Let's ask Oregon here. They're gonna. I mean, they at least laughed at that. He was charged with felony assault for violating the Abuse Prevention Act. Come on. Meaning he was accused for assaulting someone who previously was granted a restraining order. Whoa. Well, you don't need to make it sound like he had to deal with NATO. Abuse Prevention Act. He had his dog locked up for too long, and you're like, "Hey, Zachary, let's." The garage is fine, Zach. In 2023, Tim Allen shared his thoughts about the on-screen son. He told Hollywood Reporter at the time that he believed Brian was a good kid and didn't understand what was going on with him. Well, in his age, Tim Allen was also having fun, with a lot of coke. And he had a life, is what I'm saying. Tim Allen had a life. When you're involved in cocaine, you have a life. You have to have a life. You're not doing that drug alone, unless you're Hunter S. Thompson. Okay? Quote, all you could do is step aside and let somebody go through their process, Allen said at the time. At a certain point, he deviated from the guy I know, somebody who's reacting to situations that had nothing to do with and can't control. I don't know what happens when people get corrupted. You just don't know. Yeah, he knows exactly what happens when people get corrupted. I'm not trying to find a median here between, Tim Allen and this kid, but Tim Allen knows exactly what can happen to a corrupted person. That's all I'm saying. Very fun. We'll do, where are they now? I'll give it to the kid. He's got the biggest section in the Where Are They Now YouTube videos on sitcom casts. Very fun. Beside him and Danny Masterson. I would give Danny way longer than I would give Zachary for sure. He's not even that good looking kid. Can't even play pickleball, Zachary. So, where do we go from here? Really? Zachary Ty Bryan, loser, really. He's the main caliph of domestic abuse. Really just T-ball, from what I hear. Police aren't putting up a fight. They kind of recognize him. Do I know you from somewhere? And I'm sure he gives it up immediately. Oh, I was on Home Improvement. I was the kid that was trying to be as cute as my little brother. My make-believe little brother. I was the retarded mullet-having nobody's son that couldn't get a solo episode or one based on him at all. In fact, I was barely talked to by the neighbor, the faceless neighbor of my make-believe father. Maybe I'm fighting for the attention of not only my own family, but my make-believe family as well. And Tim Allen won't even give me the time of the day. How many women have to be hurt, Tim? How many women have to go through this? Tim, you tell me. He's just writing letters to the news, the local news of wherever he is, California, Oklahoma. Pick a city. Throw a dart at America. He will be there hitting a woman because they told him, don't recognize you. Okay? Not Pop. Not old Peepaw over here. Listen, I'm not going to give anybody the business for not recognizing me, okay? I don't blame you for not being on YouTube and or Spotify every Thursday at 7 p.m. Not my business where you are. Not my business what you're watching, okay? I'm not an abusive partner. I don't think that any amount of television appearances would do that to me. I like to think it would make me more insecure, more physical. No, not at all. This man has put pounds on his skull, but not his body. It seems like he's bracing for impact. Somebody to hit him, and nobody will. I need the body cam footage. How far did he push it before you just said, all right, you know? Very cool. I'm going to make a tally. Listen, I'm putting the bingo card together this week. I promise you. And that's a promise. Kid. Okay? I'm putting it together because I feel like we can't waste any time now. There's only 51 more weeks in the year. Right? So, I'm going to get that together. We're going to do our own homework. Put it all up. Guys, if you made it all the way through this episode, thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you had fun. Dad did. Dad does all the time, though. That's an easy one. If that's on your bingo card, then you're playing T-ball like Zach. Okay? And I want to encourage you not to play T. You're better than that, kid. Okay? Rest assured, we're going to be right back here next week. Sucking some titties. Kissing some babies. Signing some hands. Miss me.